From one camping spot, we saw 2 national parks in 2 different states. You're watching another episode of Kelley's Outdoor Adventures, the RV Drifters. Debbie and I have started our quest to see all 50 states, and we've gotten quite a few of them knocked off our list so far. Some people worry about not being able to see family and friends while on the road, but we tend to find them all over the country. And sometimes our travels can put us in the right place at the right time. And we've also had the opportunity to meet a lot of new people, as well as some older high school friends. On our last video, we ended arriving at some BLM dry camping. From this spot, we wanted to see both the Guadalupe National Park and Carlsbad Caverns National Park. All right, we are set up on our boondocking site for at least the next 2 nights at least. We'll see, maybe we'll stay longer.
Oh, Guadalupe's in Texas? Yes, it was.
And it just so happens that the Guadalupe Mountains are in Texas, while the Carlsbad Caverns is in New Mexico. And so first we took off and went back to the Guadalupe Mountains, to the National Park Welcome Center. The Guadalupe Mountains National Park is east of El Paso, Texas. The mountain range includes Guadalupe Peak, the highest point in Texas, at 8,751 feet. Just inside the Welcome Center was this little billboard, and I like this point here. What time is it? The park is in Mountain Time. Your phone is probably wrong. The Visitor Center is located right on the time zone change. Inside the Welcome Center, they had a little museum kind of showing the area animals and some of the geology and the things you can expect if you're taking hikes in the area. And this is one of those parks that you could stay at the campground for a week and just go out hiking in different directions every day. This map explains that the Wilderness Act of 1964 established the National Wilderness Preservation System and authorized Congress to designate wilderness areas. 4 separate government agencies cooperatively manage more than 800 wilderness areas, many of which allow some sort of overnight camping, most of which are free to use. I noticed that Alaska had several wilderness areas, which is good to know for our trip coming up this summer. And before we left the Visitor Center, we got our National Parks passport book stamped. The next morning, we headed to the Carlsbad Caverns National Park.
Much closer than I
thought we were 23 miles away or something. Yeah.
anticipated. Wow, look how cool it looks.
We saw these bighorn sheep walking across the road a couple of different times. From the time you enter the national park till you get to the visitor center, the road is about 7 miles. It's a pretty scenic drive, a little hairy at times, but pretty scenic. You'll enjoy it. And we did find out that tickets are $16 per person, but of course, Debbie and I got in for free with our National Parks Pass.
It's a grass fire.
It looks like some kind of yeah.
Can you see our camper? I bet we're right there.
We also learned that timed entry tickets are required to enter the caverns and must be purchased, well, can be purchased online. However, Debbie and I arrived in what they consider the off season, and we were able to walk right in, buy tickets, and head down to the cavern. And I do want to add that because of the rules of photography are very confusing and constantly changing, we mostly took still pictures using my iPhone for this video.
Light picnic area. RVs, buses, large trucks, kennels. Where's cars?
Debbie and I also took the elevator 700 feet into the caverns, but there is a paved walking path at the natural entrance. As of 2020, Carlsbad Caverns has over 32 miles of developed public touring areas. The part of the cave they call the Big Room is the largest open chamber in all of North America. The stats on that room are 4,000 feet in length, 621 feet wide, and 255 feet in height. However, Mammoth Cave in Kentucky is still the longest cave in the world. Debbie and I did purchase guided tour cell phones, and I'm not sure, but I think the path that we took was about 3 miles completely underground. And we chose to take the elevator back up the 700-foot incline as well.
Oh, there.
I don't know.
And remember the bighorn sheep we talked about on the way in? Well, on the way out, we saw a whole herd of them.
No. Wait. Just crossed.
Probably done.
Today we're going from Carlsbad, New Mexico to Fort Stockton, Texas, and we're driving through West Texas. Lots of oil fields. Started in New Mexico, coming into Texas. They're putting up RV parks for the workers. So that's not really what we want.
That's it. Oh, those boots
Fort
look pretty
Lancaster.
cool.
Driving through Pecos, Texas, we were on a quest to find coffee. The trick was we had to find a parking lot big enough to hold our 60-foot setup with Willie and Nilly. So there's no coffee at this gas station, even though it says free small coffee. They have no coffee. So shame on you. We'll go on down the road looking for someplace else with coffee. All right, we're heading into the Texan, looking for coffee. We'll see if we have success. This big Texan gas station looked eerily like our famous Buc-ee's, a little bit smaller scale, but just the whole layout, the restrooms, the food, everything was very, very eerily similar. Not quite as big as a Buc-ee's, but also they had an area around back where they welcomed semis and big RV campers. We continued our drive for the day, made it all the way to Fort Stockton. I don't remember the RV park name. We didn't do a whole lot of filming, but we did take the time to set up Starlink, which is always fun. Doing its thing.
Yep. Okay, that was me. Sorry. But I figured out where to read to figure out how to install it. Oh, honey. Oh, you didn't get locked.
We only had plans to spend the night here one night, and we got up early the next morning and hit the road.
So these are the Voyagers. It's a Canadian group that are traveling. They've got a wagon master, a header, a tailer, and they've, I don't know, 7 or 8 of them left first thing this morning. Here's another group of them leaving. I don't know how many are left in the park, but boy, a lot of them have some pretty nice rigs.
Our next stop is Fredericksburg, Texas at a Harvest Host. We pulled into our Harvest Host in plenty of time.
This Harvest Host has 2 spots, although I think they could probably easily hold 3. But you can see our spot. It's way back in the trees. It's got its own little driveway. It's a little loop here. But
I think we're going to close out this video right here. And we'd like it if you'd give us a big thumbs up on this video. In our next video, we'll go exploring Fredericksburg, Texas. And we visit a HEB for the first time. We will visit a winery. And we'll check out Lukenbach, Texas. But all that'll be in our next video. Guys, I hope you like it. And as always, and until next time, cheers, everybody.